Yo, what's going on? Coming to you late tonight. My daughter just went to bed and I'm pretty tired tonight. But that actually ties right into what I want to talk to you about. Right? I'm going to shut this window so it's not distracting me. All right. Yeah, ties right in to what I want to talk to you about today, which is really all about what are your choices, right? We all have a choice, and it either you're in a cycle and pattern, or you're determining a positive life for yourself. You're becoming the victor. You're overcoming. What is your choice? And it really comes down to that. All right, let's dive into this. Again, Peter Lynch here today to talk to you about your choice. Choices that you make are determining your life, your state of being. Your happiness or your misery really is a choice. It's an active choice that we all get to make, because nothing controls our inner state other than our own self. Okay, so let's dive into today. How do you determine your inner state? How it starts with your choices. How do you make better choices? And really just coming to grips with the responsibility that your choices are yours and yours alone. But when you do come to terms with that, opportunities open up. Excuse me. Every time I get on here, it seems like I got a burp, and I don't know why that is. Anyway, but yeah, opportunities open up like never before. Again, you want to go deeper on this subject and get access to that new training I just put together about how to really come to know yourself, come in alignment with what your purpose is, what you're know what your driving why is, what the meaning for your work is, and how to live with power, which is confidence, energy, etc. Head on over to lynchcall.com. I go into this topic and more. But yeah, today we're going to focus in on choices. All right. So listen, you have we all have the choice. You're either, and it's really comes down to one of two things. You're either making progress or you're making excuses. And I want to ask you to challenge you with this, right? What are you doing? What's your choice? And it's moment to moment. You can make a determination, right? You can make a commitment, and it's important that we all do this, right? It's a daily process. As one I got to do every day, and I encourage you to do every day, is to make that commitment every day that you're going to be the victor. Sorry, slipping up on my words, but you're going to make progress, which is also the difference between being a victim and being a victor. And that's exactly it. When you make excuses, you victimize yourself. Making excuses is, right, it can be as grandiose as, oh, this president, or oh, it's corona, the pandemic stopped me from chasing my dream. The pandemic stopped me from realizing my potential. Oh, it was the market. I had a great idea, but the market, whatever. All right. It's easy to blame these big grand things, but it also comes down to the granular level where you really have to take an honest look is day to day. If something's important to you, if you know that you need to make progress on it, are you committed enough to follow through? Or are you going to let little things stop you, right? Like tonight, it would have been easy enough for me to just go, which I almost did, honestly. Like I was feeling pretty wiped out. And I'm like, I didn't go live earlier. That was my first mistake. Okay. Right. I'm committed to doing this every weekday. But I didn't do it earlier. So easy enough to just make some excuses and say, I'm exhausted tonight. It was a busy day. Right. My daughter just went to bed late. I was putting her to bed, doing bedtime routine. It kind of got a little crazy. I actually got a comb stuck in my hair. It was rather comical. Don't know. It was almost like, I don't even know how that happened, but I was trying to pull a, yeah, almost buzzed my head tonight as well. So crazy stuff comes up, right? And we all have this experience. Crazy stuff comes up. You're trying to make progress, right? You're trying to move forward. You have some kind of goal or vision to work towards. I hope you have a clear vision. And if you don't, I really want to help you create that clear vision, because nothing will help you move forward more than your vision. So head on over to lynchcall.com to learn more about that. But serious, definitely head on over there. I talk about the power of your vision and how to get that. Okay. But anyway, if you're moving towards your vision, obstacles are going to arise, and it's too easy, right, to allow those obstacles to become the excuse. Obstacles might be, hey, you might have made an investment and then the market went against you. tough. I mean, it happens, right? But I mean, it's easy enough on a night like tonight to just be like, I'm just going to slough it off till tomorrow. I'll just go live tomorrow. No one will ever know. Maybe you wouldn't. Maybe you'd never know, but I'll know. And how will that affect me, right? And that's the thing. You have to value yourself, and you have to hold true to your own commitments. If you've made a commitment to yourself, then hold to it. Honor yourself, right? Don't make excuses. Easy enough to make excuses. What are all the excuses? And they're valid. They're true things, right? I am tired. It is late. You know, my daughter went to bed very late. It was, you know, right? Like all these things, they're real, just like the pandemic is real. It's a global crisis. I don't care what your perspective on the actual virus is, whether you think it's a hoax or it's going to kill us all. I'm somewhere, you know, I'm somewhere in the middle there myself, but you know, like either way, like either side that you might fall on there, the world's in crisis, right? Whether it doesn't matter. The outcome is the same. The world's in crisis. So it is a real thing. Okay. Right. So all these things become very real. As the market getting hammered, you know, it's all over the place. It's on a spring back, you know, I've got investments going on, so I'm always looking at the market. It's doing some wacky stuff, right? All kinds of things, and they're very real. But the choice really comes down to this. Again, are you going to make progress, or are you going to make excuses? Are you going to let those obstacles beat you down to the point where you won't get back up? That's the most dangerous place to be. We're all going to get knocked down. It's part of life, right? Somehow in school, we're trained to think that getting an F is the worst thing. Making a mistake is to be punished. But listen, I mean, look back at, you know, I mean, here as a father to two young kids, I see this all the time. The way that they learn is by playing, experimenting, and failing, right? You don't learn to walk without a lot of pain, you know? Struggling to crawl first, right? To get up on your wobbly 2 feet, all this stuff. It's a process, and it's full of failure. But the greatest failure is to never try. Okay. So don't let these things prevent you from making progress. When you do fall down, that's still progress. So keep that in mind too, until you allow it to become a failure, until you have chosen it as a failure, until you determine yourself to be a victim, which you know that that's happened when you start making excuses, when you start blaming. Oh, well, I fell down because of anybody and anything other than me. You really want to make progress, the only way to make progress is to take a hard, honest look at yourself. Why did I fall down? Right? I'm trying to learn to walk. Why did I fall down? Just keep it basic. You know what I mean? Or like tonight, if I had not done this, would have been easy to blame all these thoroughly legitimate reasons I could have had to not go live, you know? Just say, hey, I'm just going to wait till another time. I'm just going to wait till a better time. I'm going to wait till a perfect time. Because, you know, I mean, another reason is the lighting's not as good. It kind of looks funky in here. Maybe it doesn't. Maybe it's actually better here at night. I don't know. You tell me. Right? You probably wouldn't know if I wasn't saying that it's late, except maybe I look tired. But I probably always look tired. I don't know. Right? I mean, it's kind of a joke at the end of the day. These things become very fabricated, and that it just ties into so much more. Whatever you hold to be true, right? It's the power of belief. If you believe something to be true, your brain, your mind will go to work to prove it to be true. So what are you going to believe? Right? And challenge your broken belief systems. Some of them are victim belief systems, victim programming, victim patterns. Okay. Sometimes, yeah, you learned them from somebody else. But again, don't let yourself be a victim to whoever you learned that bad victim pattern from. If you want to break out of the victim cycle, you have to take responsibility for the patterns that you are manifesting, that you're living and portray, right? That you're playing out. Hey, it might have come from somebody else, but you need to take responsibility for it. I need to in my life, right? I have got plenty that I'm working through right now actively. And it's not a like, you know, It's not walking on sunshine to go through it by any means. It's painful, it's frustrating, but it's rewarding for sure. And the only way to do it is to take completely responsibility. And that's how you make progress, right? And so that's why so few people do it, honestly, right? That's the great differentiator. Are you willing to take a real look at yourself? Or is it easier to blame Trump, Obama, Hillary, you know, whoever, George Bush, you know, global warming, the pandemic, the economy, or your daughter keeping you up late at night? What is it, right? When are you going to stop making excuses? That's my challenge for all of us, for me and for you. Let's do this together. Let's break through these, right? And reach that next level, which only comes on the other side of self-awareness, taking an honest and good look at yourself so that you can grow in a real way. It's exciting, challenging, rewarding work. I'm here to do it with you. Again, you want to go deeper on this, head on over to lynchcall.com. I've got a great training for you over there on this process, on the subject of how to really dive into yourself and live more fully and perform at your highest and best so you can reach that potential that you're looking for, so you can really set and accomplish meaningful goals for yourself too, which is how you move forward. Nothing happens without action. It starts with that determination. Action follows thought. And so but there's a level of action on the plane of thought, which is a determination between, do I make excuses or do I make progress, right? Am I going to be a victim or will I be the victor? The victor is going to fight. You're going to fight for your life. If you don't fight for your life, you'll just be beat down and overcome by all the excuses out there. And then at the end, you look back with regret. And then there's no second chances. You only get one shot at this. Your time is your life. Don't waste it. Let's do this together. Again, head on over to lynchcall.com to go a little deeper on this. Thanks for watching this tonight. Don't mean to be grim. You know, life is a beautiful thing and it's meant to be lived. Let's live it well. But it's not going to happen as long as you're making excuses, which is a path of least resistance, less resistant, whatever, you know, easy to do, easy to fall into it for all of us, myself included. I do not speak as one who is above this by any means. Catching myself today, yesterday, the day before that, you know, pretty hard last week, you know, just time to catch it, be aware of it, and work against it as best as you can. All right. Thanks again for watching this. Peter Lynch here, always here to support you in pursuing your dreams, your passions, and stepping up to live that next level, perform at your highest and best. Again, head on over to lynchcall.com to learn more. And I'll be talking to you real soon. Thanks again.